Actually, I'm a nurse. I'm a professional nurse, and then I have 5 children, and I change myself to be like the housewife. And by the way, I have my own business. It's a very small business about exporting something. Yeah, so that I can handle all the burden. Yeah, especially for the financial. Yeah, and then after my husband disappeared on 12 March 2004, uh, everything changed. So you know that when somebody disappear and many things affect to my life, especially the legal the legal things. As for the domestic law in Thailand, I cannot do anything. It's like my life has been started since then. I have to wait for 5 years so that I can ask the civil court to declare that my husband Somchai Neeapaijit was dead by the civil law, so that I can manage my properties and I can take care of my own children, because actually my children, they cannot ask for the passport to traveling abroad for their study, nothing, because they have, regarding to the Thai law and the regulation of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the father have to sign the document if the children is under 18, so that everything stuck. Yeah, so that and then another thing is that you know about unjust is very traumatized in our life, and so that I talk with my children, how can we continue our normal life. And you know, when my husband disappeared, in the newspaper, in the television, many people say that Somchai is a bandit lawyer. So that you know, how can we live? How can we spend our daily life with our friends, colleagues, our relatives? And we found that most of our relatives and friends go away. Even Somchai close friends, even the lawyer, they ran to our neighbor countries. Everybody are in fear, but we have to stay. We have to stay at our house. We have to continue our living. The children are growing, so that first time that I think that how can I move on, and then I start my struggle. I have a lot of new friends and colleagues. AHRC is one of my good friends. We like the family. They observe Somchai trial in the court and make a lot of documents. They support me to go to Geneva to have a speech or whatever, so that I moving again and again with many things that progress. And then on 2008, the National Human Rights Commission Thailand endorsed me as the representative for the National Assembly, National Legislative Assembly. And then when I entered that assembly, I was appointed to be the member of the Constitution Drafting Committee. This is my first time to engage to the politics. And then when my role is about the drafting committee, I learn a lot about politics. I learn a lot about the law, and I can convince other members to put some word of enforced disappearance in the memorandum of Thai Constitution 2007. And then after that, I engaged with a lot of ad hoc committee at the parliament. By the way, I'm the subcommittee of the National Human Rights Commission. And then on 2006 and 7, I established my own foundation. It's the Justice for Peace Foundation, because I would like to help the family of victims of enforced disappearance. I can say that I'm the victims' families organization in Thailand. Until now, I have no salary. I have no, as an NGO, I have no salary. I have only small grant and all the money for the activities and for the families of the victims to access to justice. So this year, recently, the National Human Rights Commission have finished their term, and they have to selected the new commissioner, so that many people support me to endorse myself. So lots of colleagues, I think they have more than 20 NGOs, yeah, who are endorsed to be the National Human Rights Commission. And only me as the NGO that was appointed. Yeah, we have seven persons that have been appointed, and it must have approved it by the parliament. And on 20 of August 2015, last couple of weeks, the parliament approved only 5 persons, and I got the highest score vote at the parliament. I can't believe how I can be here today. Yeah, but it's like that. Sometimes it's God wish me to do more for my country, for victims, and for human rights. So my life after 2004 always on the transition. I don't know that this will be the last part of my life, or I can go forward in another position higher than this or not. I don't know, but it's up to God, and I think that I can do my best. I will do my best. My life can be example, can show to all the victims that if you not give up, if you can take care of yourself, healing your own scar. Yes, the scar is always in my mind, but you have to move forward. You can make it. Small people can do such big things, I think. So I would like to thank you, everybody that's supporting me. I can't believe that in the parliament, Thailand is under the junta regime. Most of the members of National Legislative Assembly now, most of them are the security forces, the soldiers and the police, the retired officer. But I got the highest score vote. If I can do, I believe that all the victims can do this also, and we can change. I hope, and I believe that at the end, we can change. I used to engage to work to have the National Human Rights Commission Thailand for many years ago. I'm the subcommittee of the enforced disappearance, and I'm the subcommittee of the Southern unrest in South Thailand. So that what is my priority is about the rule of law, about access to justice, the torture cases, the torture issue, the enforced disappearances, because now Thailand is on the way of drafting the domestic law on torture and enforced disappearance bill. So this is very important time that how can the National Human Rights Commission Thailand can give the recommendation to the government or the law maker to have a perfect law on torture and enforced disappearance. By the way, in another way, I'm a woman and Muslim women, and you know that women found a lot of barriers to access to justice, especially the women in the remote area, the cultural, the mindset, and many things. That will be my priority. I would love to have the women to access to justice. Yes. Actually, I work with lots of women in South Thailand and all over the country. Yeah, I'm support them a lot, and I used to wrote the report on the Convention Against Torture and Convention on Culture, Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights to the UN Committee, and I focus. One thing that I focus is about women access to justice. In both of the report, the committee have the good recommendation to Thailand on women access to justice. Yeah, so that is my role in the past. And as Thailand will go into the UPR review again next year, and now Justice for Peace Foundation, that I'm the chairperson, we are now writing the report of the UPR, and we will focus about enforced disappearance and about women access to justice. I think it's difficult. It's really difficult. Now we have the parliament already passed the protest bill, so that when we organize the seminar or public event, they might assume that it's the protest, so that we have to ask permission from the government or from the soldiers. So actually, most of the NGOs not want to do that. For my role, I often say that as I'm a victim, what I want to do is that how victims can access to justice. I have nothing involved with the politics. I not take side. I try to be impartial, but focus only one thing is about human rights and justice. So I can give you some example. On 12th of March 2015 this year is 11 years anniversary of Somchai Neeapaijit disappearance. So actually we organized the public seminar, but this year we not want to do that. I'm thinking how I can organize something like the action activity, so that I say to the public that on 12th of March, I will go to the place that Somchai was abducted last 11 years. I will be there. I will be there in silence, and to show that this is the place that one person was abducted and disappeared. And many people call me, how many people will join you? How many people you invited to join or whatever? And I say, I don't know. It's only me and my family. It's only me and my children that we want to be there. And then on 12th of March, my children and I, we went there at the place that our husband and father was abducted, and can't believe that they have more than 80 people with us, including the journalists. Lots of people. It's on the main road, and the soldiers and the police not stop us, and they not observe us. Yeah, even they have no police or soldier in uniform that try to stop us, and we can organize our event. We use the microphone to read the statement. We have the poster, we have the picture, and we said we have nothing involved with politics. We only want to show to the Thai people that we have somebody disappeared and enforced it to be disappeared by the state officer, and we want justice. So that I think that we can manage that what we can do and what we cannot. Yeah. Firstly, I want to say that my husband Somchai Neeapaijit, he really wanted to be the parliamentarian. He used to nominate himself as in the political party, but he failed it. Before he disappeared, he wanted to be the National Human Rights Commission, but he failed it again. But I can do it. I can do it. Maybe I not want to say that I am on this position. Maybe I will do the same as Somchai want to do. But everything will be my own self. But I can say that I can be at the position that my husband want to, but he cannot. And definitely I will doing my best.